All right, guys, welcome back. UFC 308. We've been a little absent, but the pressure of recording and editing got to me. like, I know it was only a week, but I didn't realize it was so much work. Doing all the editing, doing all the video. Man,
Oh God,
the
Matt.
fuck! We're supposed to be professional here. Excuses. We're fucking back now. We're not gonna leave. That scream was full of estrogen.
That
Holy
was
shit, bro.
that was crazy,
I heard
bro.
some bass in my
Damn.
voice. But yeah, UFC 308. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. The main event and the co-main.
Let's start with the prelims.
But let's start with the prelims first. First fight of the night is light heavyweight Ibo Aslan versus Rafael Sakara.
What do you think about that fight?
So as I saw, Ibo got knocked out. Well, no, sorry. Ibo knocked out Takali in his UFC debut. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did.
Uh,
He looked
but
horrible though.
but to be honest, that did really impress me because Turkali got rocked by everyone.
Turcali's really good though. My only thing with Turcali is he's all offense and no defense. He's super exciting. I honestly wish him the best in his career because he was so fucking exciting. He would just go for it. He didn't have a single boring fight. But he didn't impress me in that fight because Turcali actually won. I believe the second round of that fight or the first round. And then he got finished, but he did not look good in that fight.
I think Ibo got like good power and his kickboxing is okay.
Who do you got in that fight?
Um, if I had, I think it's a 50-50 fight, but I'm gonna say with Rafael. He's got we could see some type of takedown from Sakura, but I don't know. He's pretty decent.
I'm thinking a double knockout. I predict a double knockout here. Next fight on the card.
Next fight of the card is Rinat
Rinat Fakhretdinov.
Fakradinov versus Carlos Leo.
Y'all definitely did not miss the mispronunciation, but you'd think after the week off he's been studying. But I got Rinat Fakhretdinov. He's
Yeah,
been on a tear. Kevin Lee. I mean, that's not really saying anything, but like he beat Nicholas Dalby. I think Nicholas Dalby's a good fighter.
he was supposed to fight.
It was a close fight, but
No, he was supposed to fight Nur Sultan
yeah,
Nazarbayev.
I think he washes him. Honestly, I don't think. I mean, Dalby's good. Fakadinov kind of struggled in moments in that
Yeah, he
fight,
did
but
struggle.
Dalby kind of makes everybody struggle. He's not like the elite of the elite, but he's very skilled. Like he belongs in the UFC. He's like a good stepping stone to see if you belong in the top 15, in my opinion. Renat proves that he does, but he still has some work to be done. The fact that he struggled, like it was a close fight. He won it, but I thought it was pretty close. I think he wins this fight.
Yeah, his last fight, Nicholas Dalby was like a decision, or was it a split?
I remember the fight. I know the fight was close,
Yeah, it
but
was pretty close, but
he
I might.
wins this fight. Nicholas Dalby's way better than
Yeah,
this guy.
hmm I'd say he wins. The next fight of the card is
Next fight on the card is what?
Ismail versus Bruno Silva.
I got Silva. He's not been looking too good. Um, he lost to Chris Weidman. I don't think that's good. I just think this is a step down in competition. He's faced great opposition. Brendan Allen. I don't want to say Chris Weidman. I don't want to put
Uh,
Chris Weidman in there, but like Brendan Allen, Pereira, like he's faced good competition. Pereira took so much out of him.
but
Bruno Silva was so good
hmm
until Pereira. He was knocking everybody out. I think Pereira high key took his chin because after that, Brendan Allen dropped him. He was
yeah,
having issues with Chris Weidman. He just doesn't seem to be the same fighter he once was. Like before Pereira, he was starching everybody. After Pereira, it just seems like he fights so much more cautiously and just like he doesn't have that same aggressive nature.
but I don't know. Ismail got cut of the UFC, and now he's back because he was 3-3 in his last 6 fights, and in all those 3 fights, he's been finished.
That's Bruno Silva hits hard.
But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Um, he Bruno Silva's on a skid, but he does knockout power. But like, but at the same time, Ismail he's not great everywhere, but he's not bad. And Bruno Silva lost like pretty much most of his fights through submissions. So
Bruno
If
Silva's not going to submit him,
if
but
Ismail like try to like go on the ground, I don't know. Bruno Silva could have a hard time.
wait, Bruno Silva lost all his fights by submission, you said?
Yeah,
Well, the fights that Bruno's lost, he's been submitted, yeah. But, like, he has good takedown defense, and he's been submitted by good guys. It's not like he's getting submitted by bums. Brendan Allen, like,
yeah,
he's
that's
getting submitted
true.
by good guys. I just think Bruno Silva wins. I think he's better all around. I don't think he's elite. I think he once was, like, really good. Like I said, he was starching guys. He wasn't starching, like, great fighters, though. Like, if you remember on that run, like, he was starching mid to, like, shit fighters. Then
Hmm.
he ran into Pereira, got beat. We put up a competitive fight. Then Brendan Allen got beat. Like he's Shara Magomedov got beat pretty much pillar to post. Like
Yeah,
but I think this is a step down from all those fighters. So I think he should win this fight. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not a betting man, but I wouldn't bet on this one at all.
no. Next one is Farid Basharov versus Victor Hugo. I remember his brother. Do you remember Farid's brother?
Yeah, I got Farid.
He
I like
he
Farid.
he lost in his last fight.
I like Farid. I think
For
Farid bantamweight, right?
yeah,
I think Farid wins. I think he's better than his brother, and I
hmm,
think he wins this fight.
I agree. I think Farid wins easily. Next one, Kennedy versus Chris Barnett.
Kennedy, bro, didn't want to say the last name. Nchukawu versus Chris Barnett. I got, bro, Kennedy is the biggest glass cannon. He has power, but if you have an inkling of power, he's going to sleep. Like, that Kutalaba performance pissed me off because I feel like Kutalaba had that fight in the bag. He wobbled him, but then he just kept shooting for takedowns, getting kneed in the face
Yeah,
and rocked. But like he would proceed to do the same thing over again. He'd shoot in again and get wobbled, shoot in again, until he eventually got knocked out by a knee going in. Um, so I think Nchukawu, he also beat Carlos Ulberg. I think that Ulberg win was I don't want to. I'm not going to say a fluke, but Carlos was not fighting like how he actually fights. For some reason, he just wanted to stand in Nchukawu's face and just stand and bang, and that's not how he usually fights. He's like pretty rangy. He'll hit you with that lead hook as you come in. Um, but I just think that Nchukawu hasn't really shown me much except that he hits hard and he's skilled, but he has a glass fucking chin, a glass chin. He got knocked out through the guard with an elbow by I believe it's not Da Un Jung, but it was one of those Korean fighters. He got knocked out with an elbow through the fucking guard.
yeah,
With all that being said, I believe he wins this fight just because I believe the range is going to give Chris Barnett problems. I like
that's
Chris
true.
Barnett. Yeah, I like Chris
Yeah,
Barnett.
he's very entertaining.
He's very entertaining. He's also fucking 5'4", and he's built like Winnie the Pooh.
You want
Very athletic, but
you want to know the odds?
what are the odds?
Kennedy is minus 650. Damn.
The length, bro. Pause. The length
It's
and the
like the
girth. What? What? I didn't. What? Excuse me. But the length, bro, is just gonna
Kennedy is
give.
way taller.
Obviously, everybody's way taller than Barnett in that
Yeah, it's
division.
true.
I just think Kennedy's just gonna give him problems with the reach. However, I think Kennedy's a shit fighter. I'm sorry, like glass chin, but he should win this.
I agree. Next one is in the middle bout. Uh,
What was that?
yeah,
Was that
I
English?
don't know. I just literally started. The middleweight bout: Abus Magomedov versus Bruno Ferreira.
Bro, Abu's disappointed me. I thought he was gonna be something.
Yeah, me too. He lost to like some good guys though.
He lost to Sean
He
Strickland.
lost to Sean Strickland. Yep.
He's a good guy. He's a good fighter, obviously. But like that,
He get
he
gassed
went
out.
from Dustin Stoltzfus. Sorry, turning into Fred here. Jesus. He went from Dustin Stoltzfus. Like, yes, he knocked him out. It was an impressive knockout. Front kick, boom, finished him. He went all the way from that to Sean Strickland. And I get it. He had exciting fighters. But if you watch his PFL fights, he got knocked out by a much older fighter in PFL. Like, you see that he has the potential, but you also see the glaring holes in his game. Like, if you watched his PFL fights beforehand. And he got fast tracked. Yes, he lost that fight. Yes, he lost his fight after that. Yes, he hasn't looked too hot. He beat what's his name?
Wally
He
Alves.
beat Warley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat Warley Alves. But I mean, if we're gonna be real at this point, who hasn't beaten Warley Alves? Warley's a great fighter when he's locked in and he's on, and he's just throwing recklessly and he finishes the fight early or submits his opponent. But when you put Warley through through like a hard fight, he folds 100% of the time. Also, Warley's like cardio isn't the best, and he also just seems to like have fights where he just doesn't try. Like that fight against Randy Brown, I know it was some years ago, but like he was like looking away. Like Randy Brown was on top of him and he was just looking away. Like la la, like he didn't want to be there. Eventually ended up getting submitted. I think I think Abus is a good fighter. Who's he fighting again?
Bruno Ferreira.
I think Abus's best win is Warley Alves, which is pretty like concerning.
Yeah.
Especially since, and Bruno Ferreira, he had that big spinning elbow knockout. I think the aggressiveness.
He beat
Dustin Stolfoots with that spinning elbow, dropped him.
Phil Hawes.
Beat Phil Hawes, who hasn't beaten Phil Hawes, bro. Chin is literally like mine. I think I just roasted myself. But
he lost to Nursultan.
He did lose to Nursultan. But like, all is forgiven. He had that beautiful spinning elbow against Dustin Stolfoots.
I think Bruno wins.
I think Bruno wins. I think he has the power to finish the fight.
I agree.
Abu says we've seen him get knocked out in the PFL.
Yeah.
We've seen him fold under pressure. Bruno Ferreira is just going to pressure him the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I got Bruno by knockout.
Yeah, I agree. Same thing.
Just like
next fight of the night, we got Mateusz Rebecki versus Midbeck Orlbai.
I like Rebecki. I think his last fight against Ferreira, I think it was a good fight. He showed toughness. He showed a lot of toughness. He did not stop throwing. He won that first round, obviously.
Yep.
And I think he just gassed out trying to finish the fight. And what impressed me more was that even after he was gassed and he was still getting whooped on throwing, he just didn't give up. I think he beats Orlbai. I know Orlbai's impressive. I know he fucking...
I don't know, man. I think Orlbai wins.
I think Rebecki wins. I like Rebecki. Trains out of Americans. I like Rebecki.
Orlbai's last fight was against Elvis Brenner.
I mean, yeah. But
and
like
Elvis is really good. Then his last fight of that was Uros Medic.
Yeah, he got 7 out of 10 takedowns, I believe, in that fight.
Yeah, he subbed him.
Bro, yeah, that was
in the second round.
Yeah. I just think Rebecki is just fucking a dog. And I'm just gonna count on that grit and toughness. Like I said, he would have beaten Ferreira, in my opinion, if he didn't just gas out, just rushing to finish the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he stays smarter, stays more composed, and I think he wins a decision.
Yeah, this fight is gonna be entertaining. I'm looking forward to this one.
It's gonna be a good one.
But for me, I got Orlbai by decision.
Fuck Orlbai. Fucking gremlin. Eyes are so close to his guy. Like, bro, what the fuck? He got that Darren Till.
But that makes him cool, though.
He got that. No, bro. He got that Darren Till face pack. Like, why you look like fucking Darren Till from like the Middle East or wherever the fuck he's from?
All right, next one. We have Jeff Neal versus Rafael Dos Anjos.
Jeff Neal wins this fight. Rafael Dos Anjos?
Dos Anjos.
What the
Sorry,
fuck?
let me restart.
No, you're not getting a restart. No, okay, restart. But I'm just I'm not editing it out. But go on.
Just do like a blooper.
Oh, a blooper? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a blooper. I'm doing nothing.
Next one, we got Jeff Neal.
I'm not.
Versus...
Why are you redoing it? I'm just gonna say that.
Wait. Okay.
Wait for what? You could have just kept talking.
Next one,
bro. A fucking cop car goes by. Wait. Are they pulling us over?
All right. I like this fight honestly. I'm looking forward to this one.
Jeff Neal wins.
I was gonna say the same thing. Honestly.
Jeff Neal wins.
I was gonna say the same exact
Rafael Dos Anjos, absolute dog, absolute warrior.
He's kind of washed a little bit.
No, he's not. How the fuck is he washed?
Not washed, as in like really washed, but he's not as good as before.
He is older. He's getting up there in age. The most impressive thing is his longevity. I'm sorry. He's still out there doing the damn thing, putting up competitive fights. How old is he? Click on that.
He's 39 years old.
He's 39 years old, and he's still putting up these good fights against these dogs, still hanging in there. Like, come on, bro. You got to respect. If there's anybody who deserves to be a BMF,
that's him.
It's RDA. RDA is
he has a 48 BMF. Fights.
He is a BMF. The only issue is Jeff Neal's younger, faster, stronger. RDA has the experience to lean on.
Taller. Like 2 inches.
RDA has the experience, but that's about the only edge that he has in this fight. I'm taking Jeff Neal by knockout. Jeff Neal's also considerably bigger, and RDA did get knocked out by what's his name?
Who?
RDA got knocked out by
Fazeev.
Rafael Fiziev did knock him out. And other than that knockout, I think he got knocked out by Jeremy Stevens, but he's only been knocked out by Jeremy Stevens and Fiziev, and I believe he might have been TKO'd by Eddie Alvarez. That's three though, out of like fucking 48 professional fights, or however many he has. Like the chin is still there. I just think Jeff Neal's power. I think he's so much bigger too.
Definitely agree.
I got Jeff Neal. Unfortunately, I think he knocks him out. I hope he doesn't. I'm rooting for RDA just because I'm always rooting for RDA, but I think Jeff Neal takes the win.
I say Jeff Neal by decision.
Yeah, RDA's
I
tough.
think RDA is like he's very tough,
He's very tough.
and he hasn't been knocked out in a while. So I'm gonna say.
I mean, I just think his
I'm
chin's
Jeff
still there.
Neal.
Like he's
Yeah,
only been knocked out like 3 times, and like it was a good shot from Fiziev,
Yeah.
but like he takes shots pretty well usually. I got Jeff Neal though.
All right, next fight of the night is Sharapudin Magomedov versus Armin Petrosyan.
Armin Petrosyan's a very good kickboxer, I think. But I just think Sharabullet's kicks, he's gonna just spam those. He spams kicks. His hands are pretty good.
He's really good. He's the first Russian that doesn't even like wrestle.
Ankalaev has very good striking as well.
He is, but like he still wrestles too.
Yeah, but I think his striking is honestly like
it's good.
I think his striking might be even a little more dangerous than his wrestling. But I just think he has that wrestling to lean back on. I think if Sharabullet faces like a grappler, like a high level grappler, could be a long night for him. But they're matching him up with a kickboxer. They know what they're doing. Sharabullet by decision. Petrosyan's good.
I agree.
I just think the kickboxing, if we're going kickboxer for kickboxer, it just favors Sharabullet. I think he's the better kickboxer. But I would love to see him matched up against a fucking. By decision. I would love to see him matched up against a damn grappler. But
yeah, but I don't think
it would probably be boring. Yeah.
I don't think the UFC wants that.
Yeah.
They want to keep their prospect.
Yeah. This is a good fight though.
This is a good fight.
Striker's Delight.
I'm definitely watching that.
That sounded Striker's Delight. That sounded like zesty for some reason.
Kickboxer Delight.
Kickboxer. The delight aspect is.
Yeah, I know.
Cut it out.
Kickboxer Savage. Okay. Next fight of the night, we got Lerone Murphy versus Dan Ige. Ooh, that's an interesting fight,
bro. I'm sorry, but I was watching Lerone Murphy's last fight against Edson Barboza. He must have broken the significant strike record on Edson Barboza's face. Couldn't finish him. I've never seen somebody with pillow hands like Lerone Murphy. He was hitting him with clean shots too. Edson Barboza's chin is not the greatest at this point in his career. After that Gaethje loss, like he's been knocked out a couple times after that. Fucking Gigi Chikadze wobbled him. He's been dropped before. Like, and Lerone Murphy couldn't do shit to him, and he was hitting him with power shots after power shot. Clearly, they weren't power shots. Like, I think his gloves were loaded.
He won against
his gloves were loaded with fucking pillows.
He won against Kulabau and Santos.
He's technical. That's the thing. He's technical. He can out technique Dan. He's not finishing Dan. Dan is one of the toughest motherfuckers that I've seen in the goddamn UFC.
He has a lot of decisions.
Yeah. Dan is tough. Dan is tough.
He's never been knocked out.
He's not finishing. He's not finishing Dan. We know that.
There's no way. I think this fight goes to decision.
Definitely.
But if I had to choose, I'm gonna say Lerone Murphy by decision.
I think Lerone Murphy's just crisper.
But Dan Ige could surprise us.
Don't count Dan Ige out. He wouldn't surprise me. He won the third round against Diego Lopez on fucking 3 hours notice.
Exactly.
He's him. He seems to struggle a little bit against grapplers. He struggled against obviously Bryce Mitchell. He struggled against. He struggled against the Korean Zombie. He struggles against like heavy grapplers, but like Lerone Murphy's not a grappler. It's gonna be standing. It's gonna give Dan a chance. I just think Lerone's too slick for him.
And then he almost knocked out what's it called? Then he almost knocked out Diego Lopez.
He did not.
Like when he was like he was gassed out in the last round.
He didn't almost knock him out, but he was touching him up a bit.
Yeah, he was. It was crazy.
He was touching him up a bit. Danny Gay's a dog, but I just think Lerone Murphy's too slick. I got Lerone Murphy by decision.
I agree. Same thing. Yep.
If Lerone Murphy only had a little bit of power,
Then I
Bro
would,
got nerfed.
yeah. And he's undefeated too.
Yeah.
The next fight of the night, we got Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic.
Don't get me started.
Ooh, that's a really good
Don't
fight.
get me started. I got
Okay,
Rakic.
I want. Oh,
I got Rakic. Let
Rakic,
me tell you.
really?
Let me tell you.
Ah,
Let me cook.
okay.
Let me cook.
Let's see you cook.
Rocket. Oh wait, we're a little too close to be turning like this. Hold on. Rakic's last fight against Jiri Prohashka. Once Jiri decided to go, he went. But before that, Rakic was touching him up, bro. Rakic was touching him up. He was tuning that boy up. He was looking slick as shit. What got Rakic thrown off his game plan was the wildness of Jiri. Once Jiri decided to go, Rakic was like, oh shit, whoa, whoa. Magomed's not going to do that. Magomed's going to pressure him smartly, throw his punches, set up some takedowns potentially. Rakic has great takedown defense against the fence. Rakic has great takedown defense. I think Rakic is the better striker. I think he defends the takedowns, and I think he tunes Magomed up on the feet. Magomed is a great striker, don't get me wrong. He's been dropped before. Thiago Santos dropped him. And think about this. Think about this. The leg kicks of Blachowicz had Magomed hurt.
Oh yeah.
Who else
That
has
is
good
true.
leg kicks in the division? Rakic has some great leg kicks.
Pereira too.
Pereira too. I think that Rakic is going to outpoint Magomed and to a decision. That's my hot take.
I mean, Ankalaev beat Anthony Smith.
Fuck, bro. Ankalaev by decision. Smith. He beat Smith, the guy who beats who beats everybody on paper. Fuck, bro.
And
Everything I just said went out the
Ankalaev
window.
also beat Johnny Walker.
Oh fuck! Wait, he beat Johnny Walker. Never mind, bro. Rocket. What the fuck are we talking about? Ankalaev beat fucking Smith and goddamn Walker. Why are we not talking about Rakic's record, bro? Rakic beat who the fuck did Rakic beat?
Let me check.
He was tuning Jan up against the feet on the feet. He was tuning Jan up until he
He
fucking
KO'd Jan. Oh no, Jan KO'd.
not KO'd him. It was a leg. He like got injured. He like took a bad step, whatever, and the fight was over.
Oh, Thiago Santos.
All right, he beat Santos.
He beat Anthony Smith. Oh, they both beat.
Never
Okay,
mind.
they
Wait.
both beat Anthony Smith, so it's gonna be a
never
hard fight now. But
like
it
MMA math,
decision.
MMA math does not work, bro.
It
MMA math doesn't work. I think Rakic defends the takedowns of Ankalaev and tunes him up on the feet. I think Ankalaev's a great striker. I think the leg kicks, bro. I think he's gonna implement the leg kicks. We've seen, like I said, we've seen Ankalaev get hurt with those leg kicks against Jan. Like Jan really hurt him.
I don't know.
Why do I keep calling him Jan? Isn't it Jan?
Yeah.
I keep calling him fucking
Jan
Jan.
Blachowicz.
Jan fucking the leg kicks were piecing that boy up. He had to resort to his wrestling. We all know also Blachowicz doesn't have great takedown defense. He has good takedown defense. It's not crazy though. Like
Yeah,
fucking Corey Anderson took him down, and fucking this was so long ago though. But
I don't know, man. I think I got Ankalaev by decision.
I got Rakic by decision as well. I think Rakic beats him. I genuinely think that.
All right. Next one, we got the co-main event of the evening. Robert Whitaker versus Hamza Chimaev. Whoa. This fight was in the making for a very long time. The first fight that was scheduled like a while ago in like I think it was like Saudi Arabia or Abu Dhabi. I think it was Abu Dhabi. Hamza pulled out because he got sick. And now
I got another hot take for you boys.
And now they're fighting again.
I got another hot take for you boys. Robert Whitaker wins this fight. Robert Whitaker wins this fight. Hot take, not really a hot take. If you fucking know what you're talking about, watch me be fucking completely exposed when Hamzat ragdolls him. Robert Whitaker's takedown defense is amazing. Robert Whitaker defended all of Romero's takedowns. Robert Whitaker defended. He hasn't like gone up against a crazy like wrestler, but I think the size in of itself is gonna help prevent the. I know he took down Usman, Chimaev did, but Usman literally has no fucking knees, and he didn't do shit to Usman. He took him down for a round, and then second round was close. He took him down a little bit. Third round, but he got back up. The striking was pretty much even on the feet. I think Whitaker's. Remember this: Whitaker's a middleweight. Usman's a welterweight. He had trouble with a welterweight. I think the size is definitely going to play a factor. Whitaker's going to be a lot stronger than Usman was. We know Usman's strong, but I think Whitaker's just overall bigger. I think Whitaker's going to stop the takedown defense, and I think the striking is just miles ahead. The striking is just miles ahead.
All right, here's what I think. I think so. This is gonna be a 5 round fight, right? I'm pretty sure. And
Is it?
yeah, it is. I remember they saying it's a 5 round fight, so that's good. So I think if Hamza doesn't like try to knock out or submit Whitaker within the first 2 rounds, Hamza is gonna get gassed out, and Robert Whitaker is gonna knock him out.
The only issue I have with Whitaker, it's not a skill issue. It's just the fact that he seems a bit chinny, like early on in the fight. Like the first 3 minutes for the first round of every Robert Whitaker fight, I'm worried he's going to get caught with a shot and wobbled, if not caught with a shot and dropped. His recovery is really good. He's pretty good at recovering from shots, but he does get rocked and
Yeah, he
he can
does.
get hurt.
He got
He
rocked
got
out by
Paulo Costa rocked him.
oh yeah, Paulo Costa.
Dricus Duplessis rocked him.
Israel Adesanya.
Israel Adesanya rocked him in the
Knocked
second
him out.
fight, but like in the second fight, it kind of seemed more like
And then he
Whitaker
knocked
was
him
on.
out.
Yeah, it's in the second fight. It kind of seemed more like Whitaker was on one leg, and
Yeah,
he got caught with the shot, and he dropped, and he just popped right back up. It didn't really seem like a legit knockdown,
yeah.
but it just seems like he can be hurt early. Like he's hard to finish, but he can be hurt early, and you always have that scary threat with Hamzat because he's so dangerous early. I'm just praying that Whitaker survives that early storm, because if he survives that early storm,
I
it's
think
his fight to lose.
I think he can piece out Hamza.
I got Whitaker by decision. I think
Really?
Hamzat slows, bro. He slowed down against Gilbert a little bit. He was getting tagged by Gilbert too.
But
He was getting tagged by Usman late. If that fight was a 5 round fight, he would have lost it. I know Hamzat had
definitely.
one hand. It's true. He had one hand. His hand was injured, but he still does seem to get worse as the fight goes on. So let's just hope Whitaker can survive. I got Whitaker by decision.
I got Whitaker by knockout.
W take.
All right, next one. That's the main fight of the evening. Ilya Taporia versus Max Holloway. Oh my God.
This is a hard fight for me, boys.
Let me tell you, this fight is really good.
This is a really hard fight for me to predict.
This one's an interesting fight. I love Max Holloway, and I'm not very keen on Ilya Taporia just because he knocked out Alexander Volkanovski. So I'm in favor of Max Holloway, but at the same time, I don't know because Ilya Taporia is really good, and he fought with some great people like Bryce. He knocked out. No, he submitted Bryce Mitchell.
I knew he was going to beat Bryce Mitchell. Nobody else
Yeah,
thought he was going to beat Bryce Mitchell. Nobody thought he was going to beat Bryce Mitchell. I knew he was going to beat Bryce Mitchell.
he went to decision with what's his name?
I've been so high.
Sorry, Josh Emmett.
I've been so high on Ilya Taporia. Nobody else was really high on him like during his rise. I knew he was going to be something great. Not to gas myself up, but I just saw the fucking skill, bro. And he was the underdog in a couple of those fights, and I saw the skill. Like he's so fucking skilled. He's such a great boxer, such a great wrestler. Like he's the complete package. I have one issue though. I haven't seen him gone 5 rounds. I know he did it against Josh Emmett.
He did, yeah.
But a Josh Emmett pace isn't the same as a Holloway pace. Holloway doesn't get tired. He's going to put that pressure on you.
That's true.
I think Ilya just beat Josh Emmett up so early on that, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just hard for Josh to, like, put the pressure on him when he was just that damaged. Holloway's pressure is different, man. It's different. And I want to see Ilya under some real adversity. I know he got head kicked that one fight, dropped, came back to knock the guy out. And that was impressive. Jai Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
That was impressive.
That was impressive at all.
But I just keep going back and forth. Like, is the pace of Holloway, the pressure, the spinning kicks, is that going to throw Ilya off? Because Max is a great boxer as well. I know Ilya knocked out Volk, and I knew he was going to beat Volk. He didn't. I knew he was going to beat Volk. It is true that Volk took that fight fucking 4-ish months after he had just gotten head kicked.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
His chin was definitely compromised.
That could be a major factor in why he got knocked out.
His chin was his chin was right up in the air when he was against the fence and he was throwing a counter. Like, that was crazy.
That was a huge
That
mistake.
was crazy. Like, even with a great chin, that was such a clean shot.
Against Ilia Topuria.
Yeah, that was
That was not smart at all.
I just also the fact that Volk took that fight so soon after, like, where was Volk's head at? You know what I mean? When Ilya beat him, I thought Ilya was gonna win regardless, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? The pressure of Max. We haven't seen Ilya face somebody with the level of striking as a Max Holloway. I know Volk would be comparison, but the fight ended so early that like we didn't really.
He won the first round. Volk.
Yeah, but it was a good first round. Like he was getting tagged.
Yeah.
He was getting tagged in there
So
just a little bit.
If Max pieces him up like for the first like 3 rounds, I'm pretty sure this fight goes to the decision.
Yeah, Max Holloway. Yeah,
Max Holloway never been knocked out. I don't think he's ever been submitted, right?
He has.
He has? By who?
Dustin Poirier.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
Then he got wait, didn't he beat Charles Oliveira? Max Holloway.
No.
I could have sworn he fought Charles Oliveira.
No. I don't believe so.
I'm pretty sure I saw. Wait a second.
No, he didn't.
Oh, never mind. I'm pretty sure I was thinking someone else.
Defending the casual boys. No, I'm kidding.
I'm pretty sure I was thinking of someone else.
Yeah, no, he didn't fight. He didn't fight Charles. But like, I'm picking Ilya. I really want to see what that pressure of Max and the combos of Max like does to somebody like Ilya. Can he keep his composure?
Ilya hasn't gone 5 rounds.
Josh Emmett.
But that was 3. Oh, was that 3 or 5 rounds?
5.
Oh, 5? Okay, never mind. I thought it was 3 rounds. Then, oof.
He looked good, but like I said, he had already damaged Josh Emmett so much to the point that Emmett's pressure just didn't really feel like a threat at a certain point. I think it's hard to damage Max. It really is. He has such a great poker face.
I think Max can outbox Ilya.
I think Ilya's boxing's way better.
It's good.
I think that that Max just has more variety with his kicks. Ilya's so boxing heavy. He doesn't really throw kicks like that. Max has beautiful spinning back kicks. I just think if Max mixes it up, I think he can win.
I'm leaning towards Topuria, but I think Max Holloway wins, though.
I'm leaning towards Topuria, too. I
really want Max Holloway to win.
I'm picking Topuria because I've always, like I said, I've always been high on Topuria. I like Topuria. I think he can win. Obviously, I think his striking, boxing at least, is so crisp, better than Max's. I just think Max's combos are way better. You know what I mean? Like the punches ending with the spinning kicks. I just think the variety is just there.
But if we're talking realistically, like other than whatever, like the Max Holloway, I think Ilya wins by decision, but I don't want to see Ilya win.
This is a close fight for me.
This is a very close fight, but I think Max Holloway is a really good boxer, but as much as I want to pick Max to win, I'm leaning towards Topuria. I don't know, Topuria by decision.
I'm gonna say Topuria by decision. But I'm really on the fence about this one, and me personally, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Max won. I just think this fight is so fucking close. It's so close. But
all right,
there we have it.
UFC 308, baby.
308, another episode.
Best card of the year, basically. Besides 300.
I don't know. 300 is close for me, but nah, I think
this hasn't been a
best card in a while. Let's say that this is the best card in a while for sure.
It was a really good card. Holy shit.
Guys, this was another episode. We will have more shorts out. We will have more content out. Like I said, we're starting again and we're not stopping. We're not stopping. We are back. Yeah. We're fucking back. Nah, I was going to rip my shirt. I fucking like this shirt. Yeah, whatever. This shirt doesn't fit me anyway. You guys are so lucky. All right, guys. Peace.